Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Faith Sunday. Hope everybody's had a great week. My week was pretty good. It's pretty good, and I really think it's because I don't know. Last week, if some of you guys watch, it's because I said I was going to be giving that time to the Lord and carving that out of my day, and it really helped. And because I didn't have a great week. A lot of things did have bad happen, but when you are spending time with the Lord, that stuff doesn't really phase you too much, and it didn't. I just kind of like brushed it off my shoulder, and that's all you can do, right? So, did some of you take some time for the Lord? Did you give some of that 15 minutes? You're not. You can start anytime. All right, today I want to talk about humbling yourself, being humble and realizing that when you're in the wrong or you've done something that you shouldn't do, are you going to be saying, yes, I do need to change, I need to do better? How would I go about this? So I came across a bad review on myself. Actually, my daughter did. It came a bad result on myself, and it was describing an interaction that I had recently, and it was. I mean, if you would read it, you kind of be like, okay, this isn't her. And as I was reading the review, I was like, yeah, I remember that time. And here's the thing: I'm human. I am, I have feelings. I have an anger. I have a temper. That's just who I am. But through God's grace and through His patience with me and His guidance and all that, I've become better than I was. But there's still some times when I'm just not where I need to be. And so as I was reading that, it brought me back to that day. And yes, I could have done things completely different, and yes, I probably I think about I would change. I don't know if I would change the way I did it, but I would leaving with God's light, and I did not do that. And so as I was reading that and kind of going through that scene, I asked the Lord. I said, God, what could I have done differently? What do I do? Because here's the thing. Everybody knows me. I'm a pistol. If something is wrong, if something's not supposed to be, I'm going to let you know how to do it. But through God's wisdom and discernment, I'm able to do it now with a kind heart, kind words. But sometimes, though, it's not like that. And so as I was processing it, I'm like, okay, how you reacted was not with wisdom and discernment. It was all flesh. And I was just so upset about this COVID stuff that I let that come out. And so what God says to me is, you need to take control of those moments that you have. You need to humble yourself. You need to take control and say, you know what, your way is not always the way. Just because you're thinking you need to say this does not mean you need to say it. Maybe you can do it a different way. And so I learned from that situation that I need to always put God before every situation. So whenever I get upset now, that's when you're humbling yourself. That's when you're kind of taking a step down and saying, okay, God, I don't know how to handle the situation, but you do. So show me the words and show me what I need to do. And that's the pause button. So I remember that moment, and it's like, I remember and then God told me to pause at that moment, but I didn't listen. And so, guys, what I just leave you is if you're trying to be a better person, if you're trying to live a better life, and you're trying to shine God's light, but these times come, you might just have to humble yourself. You might have to take your fleshly ways down a notch and say, God, lead this path. So the verse that sticks out is Romans chapter 12, verse 3. For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought to, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment. So in that situation, I was thinking myself a lot higher than I should have. And so that's what God is saying. Bring that down, bring it down, and come bring me in the situation. Bring me in the situation. And it's hard. It's hard, guys, when things are not going how it's supposed to, and especially right now with the craziness. But the enemy is going to take opportunities like this to make you think that you deserve better or offense or whatever it is, and God's like, no, just step it down. But yes, I did definitely learn something from that. Like I said, ever since I came to the Lord, I'm so much better than I used to. Like I said, I am a pistol, and before I didn't care, and now I do. I really do care what I say, how I say it, because I am representing God, and I'm okay with that. But I do need to do better sometimes. We all do, right? We all do. Alrighty, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful day.